vlog. So I just did the Do I Have That Book challenge and everything is literally a mess, so I'm gonna put these books back. Okay, that's done. I'm like kind of hot and sweaty, which is gross, but anyways, I'm about to film another video, so let me do that. Hi guys, reading update. I am almost done with Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. I'm about to finish the last couple pages. Things are getting crazy, so yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I got about, I think, 40 pages left. I just finished Thunderhead and I don't even know what to say. Like, what the hell? I should have seen this coming. I should have seen, okay, maybe not all of it, because that last chapter, like, what? Oh my god. Don't mess with the Thunderhead. Don't mess with Neil Shusterman. Like, what in the world? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a book. I finished it. It was crazy. I feel like Neil Shusterman knows how to do an ending, okay? Because the ending to Scythe had me like, oh shoot, the stakes are high. This ending has me like, oh my god. Oh my god. I need the next book. You guys, I need the next book like yesterday, okay? So that happened and I need time to process. So bye. Okay guys, so I finished Thunderhead earlier. That happened. That was a thing. Okay. Alright, so update. I'm still reading The Fate of the Tearling. I am on page 432 and I should be done with this very soon. I actually did tab like a couple of moments just because this was the last book. I mean, so far so good with this one. I was really scared, but there's still time for it to fail me. So I should be done with this soon. I'm gonna go ahead and give these last couple pages a read. Okay. So I finished The Fate of the Tearling and needless to say, the ending was not what I was hoping for. I feel like the ending was a cop-out, to be honest. I have like a million questions, like how do you make a world so interesting and a magic system interesting, but you don't fully explain, like, what was the reason? What was the reason? How can you end it like that? I don't know how I feel right now. I need more time to marinate, okay? So I'm gonna go marinate in my feelings, and you guys will know my final thoughts in my wrap up. But pretty much I was reading this and Thunderhead at the same time, and that's pretty much why I kind of finished at the same time. That happened. And yeah, I'll holler at y'all. Hi guys, it's Jamila. It's a different day, different time. Kind of like almost a week later, and here we are. So right now I'm reading The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, and I'm a bit of a ways into it. Let's see, I'm on chapter 18, page 369. So far so good. I'm very much enjoying this book. I don't know, I didn't expect it, but I really like the main character. She's a little hot-headed at times, which can be annoying, but I actually think she's funny and she's hardworking, and she doesn't expect anything for the most part to be handed to her, and I really like that. I like that this book gives me like old Chinese movie feels, because I always used to watch Chinese martial arts movies with my dad. This is awesome. Like, it gives me so many great feels. I didn't expect to like some of the characters as much as I do. Her mentor Zhang and Neja, no, not Neja. Neja's an asshole. Kitai is, I love Kitai. He's just great. And Rin, or Runin, she is spectacular. I don't know, I just like her a lot. I don't know why, I just like her. Honestly, okay, so maybe I didn't get to the goriest parts yet, but I heard this book was like super violent, and I do get why they say that, and I think it's because it's so descriptive and it's violent. But if you've like watched action or horror movies rated R, like that's kind of like how this is in that regard. But maybe I just haven't gotten to the worst of it yet, so we'll see. But so far I think this book is at least 4 stars, so we'll see how the rest goes. And right now I'm only reading this book, and I think I'm gonna try to finish it today, but I want to start reading some more books. I'm one of those readers that honestly doesn't mind reading multiple books simultaneously. I can't talk. I think today I'm going to start Harry Potter. Super excited about that. Well, I kind of started it, but not really. And yeah, I plan on annotating this, so hopefully it doesn't take me too long to get through this. It's not a big book, and I think just my love for this is gonna make me fly through it. And then I also wanted to go ahead and get back into An Ember in the Ashes. I don't really have thoughts yet. I'm not far enough in. I had the audiobook going, but my loan expired, so I'm reading it physically now. And also I want to start I Darken by Kirsten White. This is my book pile for now, and I'm going to have this be my pile for this week. And then the week after that I'm gonna go ahead, hopefully I finish all these in this week, and then the week after that I'm gonna go ahead and work on, what else was I supposed to be reading? I'm gonna work on Illuminae and God's Grave. As far as Queen of Shadows goes, I'm not like super hype about this right now. Like, as far as this goes, I don't know if I'm gonna read it this month. It's thick. I might start it, but I don't know if I'm gonna like finish it. So this is like the bottom of my priority list right now. All these other books I'm like super excited about and I really want to get to, but this is at the bottom of my pile right now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, actually no, I have to think about this properly. I'm gonna need audiobooks to listen to while I'm moving, so yeah. Walaikum Salam. How are you, babe?
Hello, how are you?
I'm alright. I've been filming for like 2 hours now.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, girl, I was trying to catch, this is a vlog so you could be in it.
It's an intense image.
I know, right? I have to get it together. Oh, you're warm. It must be burning out there.
Yeah, it's hot.
Oh, my baby. Missed you.
Missed you too.
Alright, let me wrap this up. So yeah, I'm gonna need like audiobooks for when I'm packing. so maybe I should save, because hopefully Illuminae and An Ember in the Ashes audiobook should come available soon. That's my hope and my dream, because it makes it easier if I'm like reading books in different forms, if I'm reading them all at one time, and especially if I'm trying to finish all these. So we're gonna see how that goes. My husband just got home. Let me go give him attention and love, and I think we have some stuff to do. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so I just filmed an unhaul, and yeah, now I need to get back to trying to pack these books, and I'm gonna try this I'm gonna try this suitcase method. I don't know how this is about to go, but I have my suitcase here, and it's a mess in here, so I'm sorry, but this is a huge suitcase, and I'm just gonna test it out and see how it goes. But yeah, I'll put you guys right here, bend you down a little bit. Okay, let's get this crack-a-lackin'. Okay, so I'm literally sweating. I did one side and I just zipped that up, and I'm gonna close it and see how heavy it is, and then it will help me determine if I'm gonna put anything else in here. Woo! It's too hot. It's hot, and as you can see, like I said earlier, everything's in absolute shambles. Okay, so sorry about that, but this is the way it is when you move. Or maybe that's a broad assumption. I'm sure people are more organized than me, probably. Okay, so I'm out of suitcases, so now I'm gonna try using regular small boxes. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna just put some paper in there between layers, hopefully keep it together. But yeah, here we go with that. My bookshelves are completely empty, and yeah, that's finished. Hi guys, it's Jamila. Welcome back to the vlog. Hope y'all can see me okay, but it's been a minute because I've been trying to get ready to move. My apartment is in total complete chaos. For the next couple days I'm going to be doing this probably by myself. I'm pretty much just trying to handle all this stuff, but I have gotten some more reading done, and I want to share with you guys what reading I did get done. I'm downing this coffee because I need energy and I'm so tired. So since the last time I talked to you guys, I'm pretty sure I told you guys I was reading the Poppy War, and I didn't understand why people were saying it was so violent. Like, yeah, it was very descriptive in like the fighting and the violence and all that stuff. Well, boy was I wrong, because it definitely got worse as far as descriptiveness in violence and cruelty. It was very rough. There was just one part of the book, or maybe it was two parts towards the end, where it really just got like very cruel and violent in the descriptions of things that happened during this war and that were done to people during this war, and it made my stomach turn. I kind of wanted to vomit. Like it really made my stomach turn quite a bit. But finished this book and I actually ended up really liking it. If you can see all those tabs, I did really enjoy it. I think I would give this like a solid 4 stars. It really, the whole first half of the book and I think the second half do have like some different tones, but it wasn't like vastly different to me. The first part of the story really just like, some of it tugged on my heartstrings. I really got attached to some characters, and I think like a lot of time in this book, I don't know, things just change like so fast for sure, but it's definitely a ride. It's a journey. The best way I can describe this book is that it's a wild ride. There's so many enjoyable elements in the sense that like it really feels like a historical Chinese setting. Like you're very immersed in that feeling when it comes to where the story is set, and also it just reminds me of like the old martial arts films that I used to watch with my dad, but like add fantasy and magical elements and mythology, and then boom, this is what you get. So I enjoyed it regardless of the extreme violence and descriptive cruelty. If you're not into that, I would not suggest this book, or at least not, definitely not the second half of the book where the war is actually happening. I did finish that book, which would be my, I believe, 3rd book this month. Really been going slow, guys. And then after that, I've been reading Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I actually will be honest, I was not enjoying this at the beginning. Like I found it kind of just a tad bit confusing. I don't know, like I wasn't really interested, but around the, I want to say like the 100-page mark, I got a lot more interested. I started reading this with the audiobook, and I feel like that definitely contributed to my rating for this book going up and my enjoyment of this book going up a lot more. I do find that the way it's put together is super interesting and makes for a fast-paced, entertaining read, but I feel like the audiobook definitely enhanced the whole experience for me and made it way more enjoyable. So I did end up actually enjoying this book, and I was really worried I wasn't, because of the simple fact that when I started it, I was just like, I don't exactly know what's going on and I don't exactly care. And I had bought the other 2 books in this series already, so I was like really worried. But I'm so glad, like I ended up really enjoying it, and it was a solid science fiction read, and things got really intense in this book. Like, and the audiobook made it even more intense, and I was just like listening to it and reading, and I was getting stressed out, but I guess in a good way. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed this book and I finished it, and that'll make the 4th book I've read this month so far. And right now I'm reading I Darken by Kirsten White. This book so far is really good. I was gonna say it feels a little bit childlike right now, but I guess that makes sense because right now the characters are children. And I think this is a book where they start off as children and you see how they become the characters you meet later. But, oh no. I'm on page 46, chapter 8. And I am enjoying it so far. It's not keeping me like coming back, but at the same time I'm only 46 pages in, and maybe I just haven't had the time to get immersed into this yet. Really excited to see where it goes, because I think seeing Lotta as a character being younger and how she thinks younger, I'm just like, she's gonna be something else as a grown woman. Like, she's going to be something else entirely. And Radu is just kind of so weak and adorable and smart, and I think his skill is going to come from his cunning, like him being very smart and observative and really looking at what's going on before he strikes. Because one thing I noticed with Lotta as a character, she's just like, okay, let's get this done, like it's going down right now type of character. But yeah, this is what I'm reading right now, and I'm also reading, and this is not on my TBR, and you guys are gonna be like, what the heck? But I'm also reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I'm only 24 minutes into the audiobook. I was trying to figure out if I should read it physically or read the audiobook, and I got advice from the queen of Evelyn Hugo, like the #1 stan, Throne of Pages, Isabella from Throne of Pages, and she said to do the audiobook, so I'm gonna do the audiobook. I did like do a poll on Twitter to see what you guys would say, and a lot of you guys said physically, but I just had to, you know, go with what she said because she was the one who actually made me want to read the book. Like, so many people talk about it, but she was the one that just kind of really made me want to read it. And I think I remember her listening to the audiobook in her vlog, and she was like crying, and I was like, what can I do? Like, now she's made me want to read this book, and I want it to be a favorite for me too, so here I am. I really hope I love it, and if I don't, I'm just gonna have to act like it never happened. But I'm thinking I'll probably like it because I like the audiobook so far. It feels very realistic, like Evelyn Hugo could be like a real person. But yeah, that is my reading update. I want to take a break from packing, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of reading and I Darken, and then when I start packing, I'm gonna listen to Evelyn Hugo. Yeah, it's like close to 500 pages, but whatevs, we can do this. And I think the audiobook for Evelyn Hugo is like, I don't know, like 11 hours or something like that, and I'll definitely be packing for that long, so I'll definitely be able to listen to it. But yeah, I just want to update you guys on I'm still reading And I Darken, and for whatever reason, I feel like Lada and Radu, they kind of remind me of like a Zuko Azula dynamic a little bit. You know, one sibling being better than the other, and like the important stuff that gets them praise from their father, and you know, the terrible father and all that stuff. I don't know, they really remind me of Zuko and Azula, if Azula was more caring towards Zuko at times and older. It's kind of interesting. I'm enjoying it so far. I think I'm on chapter 11 or 12. So, still reading, and I got to a part where someone is being beaten and repeatedly told to say the 5 pillars of Islam. And for those of y'all who don't know, I'm Muslim and my religion is Islam, and I'm just like reading that and I'm just like, okay, you're asking someone to say the 5 pillars of Islam while beating them. Like, what kind of big ass contradiction is that? Like, really? But anyways, still reading, still continuing on. I just had to say that, like, what a contradiction. What are you doing, dude? Like, please stop. Hey guys, so another update. Still reading And I Darken, and I was just telling you guys about how, like, there was a specific character who, or a person who was supposed to be Muslim, he was just horrible and abusive, and you know, just like, this idiot. But then I like that this book is also showing that Muslims can be kind, Muslims can be good, and it's not the religion that makes certain people the way they are. It's the fact that people are people, and there's gonna be good people and there's gonna be bad people, and that's just life. And I'm like, okay, I could roll with this, because I just hate, doesn't matter if they're showing Muslims or what have you, when people don't show that people in general come in different flavors, you know? Like, it's like not every person is good and not every person is bad, and some people are somewhere in between. I think that when it comes to religion, and not to get all like religious and philosophical and all that stuff, but like, I think in general, you know, foundationally a lot of religions have good, and I think as a Muslim, I can only speak from that. Being a Muslim, I know that there's so much good in Islam, and so much that not only protects Muslim people from being bad people, but also protects people who aren't part of Islam from experiencing bad behavior and evil from Muslim people. So it's like, to me, being Muslim is bettering myself, but also bettering our community, bettering our environment, by following the good that is Islam in regards to how I live my life. And Islam being peace, and I'm sure you guys have heard Muslims say this before, Islam being peace brings peace. So following Islam brings me peace and helps me give peace to other people. And I don't know, I just really like the dynamic of showing that someone can call themselves a Muslim and be a horrible person. It doesn't mean that it's Islam's fault. Like, they just might be a horrible person, and vice versa. So the part I was reading, a particular character says, "Please do not judge my country by the cruelty of a few. Though there is one God and one prophet, peace be upon him, not everyone interacts with him in the same way. There are varying levels of faith and practice, just as in everything in life, but you have a choice." I like that. I really like that. And I just feel like a lot of time, like, Islam is only seen as a good thing in books and media if it's watered down to be palatable to other people. But I don't feel like Islam has to be watered down, because Islam in its fullness is good. Obviously, not everyone's a scholar and can interpret text, and I think that's where we go wrong. Like, not everybody can just analyze the religion and be like, yeah, this is what it is, because just like with mastering anything, you know, that takes time and study. And also, I think in a lot of ways, a lack of bias, because I think a lot of time anyone can have bias. Muslims can have bias, and people who aren't Muslim can have bias. But yeah, I'm going on a rant, and I really didn't mean to do this, but I don't really often read books that represent Islam very well. And not that this book has, you know, proven that it represents Islam really well, because there was a part where they were making what we call wudu, which is when you wash certain parts of your body before you pray, and they just kind of did their hands, and I was like, there's a couple more parts you gotta wash before you pray, but you know, like, I can appreciate what it is. But anyways, I'm enjoying this book. I'm about to get to page 100 right quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and work on my apartment. I'm really stalling right now. Like, you guys, look at my apartment right now. It's actually a hot mess. Also over here as well. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. You know, I'll give you guys my own voices review whenever I finish this book. But yeah, I'm enjoying it.